Hi everyone, hope you all are good. We are here for grade 8 math. So you can find all the lessons on aplusstudents.com. You have to log in there using your email address and password is provided by the administrator. Then you have to select math from the subject tab. Scroll down to grade 8 and then click on view all lessons. So there you can find the list of the chapters. We're going to start with the chapter coordinate plane. And the lessons. So please make sure you have your notebook and pencil so that you can note down the important examples and definitions as well, right? So here I'm on grade 8 math. The chapter is coordinate plane. Okay, let's just discuss the coordinate plane first, right? So what do you know about the coordinate plane? What is the coordinate plane? Okay, you can note down the definition. The coordinate plane is a two-dimensional surface formed by two number lines, right? So basically, this is the coordinate plane. You have a horizontal axis and a vertical and a vertical axis. You have a horizontal axis and a vertic- vertical axis, right? Okay, you have a horizontal axis and a vertical axis, right? The horizontal axis is the x-axis, this one is the x, this is the origin, right? The intersection of the both x and y axis is the origin. The horizontal axis is the x-axis, the vertical axis is the y-axis, right? On the right hand side of the origin is all the positive values of x. You have 1, 2, 3, and so on. And on the left hand side of the origin is you have all the negative values of the x, right? Same is the case if for this is the origin, both the values are 0, 0 here, right? So above the origin you have all the positive y values and below the origin you have all the negative values, right? So this is x and this is x dash, this is y and this is y dash, right? So let's just talk about the quadrants, right? This one, start from this one, you have to go anti-clockwise, right? Opposite to the clock direction. This is the first quadrant, right? Quadrant, you have four quadrants. The intersection of these lines divided into four parts. This is the first quadrant. This is the second quadrant. This is the third quadrant and this is the fourth quadrant, right? Okay, if you look at the first quadrant, you can see here is all the x values are positive and all the y values are positive. So x is positive in the first quadrant and y is also positive in the x quadrant, right? Okay, now just look at this quadrant, right? Second quadrant, you have x is negative here and y is positive because you are above the origin. So x is negative and y is positive. Then just look at the third quadrant. You have x is negative and y is negative, right? In the third quadrant, you have both x and y are negative. Got it? Here is the fourth quadrant. You can see here on the right hand side of the origin. So x is positive, but you are below the origin. So that would be y has a negative value, right? So these are the very basic information related to the quadrants. You have four quadrants. In the first quadrant, x is positive and y is positive. In the second quadrant, x is negative and y is positive. Then you have the third quadrant, both x and y are negative. Then you have the fourth quadrant, x is positive and y is negative, right? Okay, let's just start with the first lesson, that is quadrant and axis. Okay, which point you are given the question? Let's just see which point is in quadrant 2. Okay, you are given 4 points, right? They are E, F, G, and H, right? So you need to see which point is in second quadrant, which is the correct option. So this is the first quadrant. Start the opposite to the clockwise, right? Clock anti-clockwise. That is the first quadrant. That is the second one. So in the second quadrant, you have the F point, right? Okay, let's just start with the test questions. Okay, which point is in quadrant 1? So which is the correct option? I, G, F, H. Which is the correct option? If you already know the answer, you can write down the answer in the chat box. So which is the correct option? The correct option is this is the first quadrant, right? Where x and y both the values are positive. So that is I is in the first quadrant. The correct option is I. Okay, which quadrant is the point B in? Okay, you have C, E, D, and B. 4 points. You have to see B is in which quadrant, which is the correct option. Very good. B is in the fourth quadrant. The correct option is quadrant 4. Okay, which quadrant is the point L in? So, which is the correct option? K is in L is in which quadrant? L is in quadrant 3. The correct option is third quadrant, right? Okay, the next one is which point is in quadrant 1? So, which is the correct option? So, which is the correct option in quadrant 1? You have the H point. So, the correct option is very good. That is H. Very good. Okay. Which point is in quadrant 4? Which is the correct option? H, I, F, or G? Which is the correct option? You have G point is in fourth quadrant. Very good. The correct option is G. Okay, the next one is Which quadrant is the point E in? Which is the correct option? You have G, E, F, and D. So E is in which quadrant? Yes, E is in the second quadrant, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. And the next lesson is coordinate plane review. So that is the review that I already did. Okay, let's just do a quick review. Okay, which point has the coordinate 1 and 4? You are given 4 points on the coordinate plane. They are V, W, X, and Y. Now you have to see which coordinate has point 1, 4. How do you see? I just explained the quadrants, right? So just look at the point 1 and 4. Both the values are positive. So that is only quadrant 1 in which both X and Y are positive, right? That means this point 1, 4 must be in first quadrant. So in first quadrant you have 2 points. Look at the V. X is 1, Y is 3. Look at the W. X is 1, Y is 4. So that means the point has quadrant 1, 4 is W. Got it? Okay, let's just start with the practice question. What are the coordinates of point A? Okay, where is point A? And the coordinates of the point A are A. Here is A, right? A is on the x-axis. That means whenever you have a point on the x-axis or y-axis, like exactly on the line, that means the y values are 0 here, right? You have x is 4 and y is 0, right? Because you can see the point is on the 4. So x is 4, but on this line, the whole line, y is 0. So 4 and 0 is the correct option. Option number 1 is 4 and 0. Got it? Okay, which point has a coordinate 0 and -1? Which is the correct option? Okay, 0 and -1. X is 0, y is -1, right? That means the point must be on the y axis because x is 0 and x is 0 on the y axis. So here it is. R has the coordinate x is 0 and y is -1, right? The first point is always the correct option is R. For the x value is always the x value, right? Okay, what are the coordinates of the point P? Which is the correct option? Very good. The point P has the coordinates. The coordinates of the P are 1 and 0, right? Option number 2 is the correct option. Okay, which point has coordinates 5 and 4? Which is the correct option? X is 5, Y is 4. So that means both x and y are positive. The point must be neutral, right? Just look at this one. X is 5, y is 3. F x is 5, y is 4. That means f is the point that has the coordinates 5 and 4. The correct option is F. What are the coordinates of the point B, which is the correct option? Very good. P has the coordinates 1 and 0. Option 2 is the correct option. Very good. Okay, the next one is what are the coordinates of the point T? So, which is the correct option? Here is D, right? Just match it to x axis. X is 5 and y is negative 3. So, the coordinates are 5 and negative 3. Got it? Okay, what are the coordinates of the point V, which is the correct option? The coordinates of V are 0 and negative 5, right? Because V is exactly on the y axis, so x must be 0. It is 0 and negative 5. Option 2 is the correct option. Got it? What are the coordinates of the point R? So, which is the correct option? Very good. R is negative 2 and negative 5. Option number 1 is the correct option. Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is follow directions on the coordinate plane. Let's just start with the lesson. Okay, so you start at 0, 5, you move right 3 and up to where do you end? Okay, you have to follow the direction, right? So start with 0 and 5. X is 0, y is 5, right? So here you are. Only y axis is the one where x is 0, right? Okay, move right 3 units. First, let's just move 1, 2, 3. Here is a 3 right and 2 up. So you ended up at, just look at the x value, x is 3 and just match to the y, that is 7. So that would be 3 and 7. Got it? Let's just start with the practice questions. Okay, you start at 210. You move left 2 units. Where do you? And okay, you started from 210. So x is 2, y is 10. Here you have x is 2 and here you have y is 10, right? You moved left 2, so move just left. You end up here. So the coordinates are x is 0 because you're on the y-axis and y is 10. So that would be 0 and 10. Yes, you ended up on 0 and 10. The correct option is option number 1. Okay, the next one is you start at 5 1. You move up 6 units and down 3 units. Okay, you start at 5 1. X is 5, Y is 1. Okay, here is 5, here is 1. Right? When you match it to the X, it is 5, and when you match to the Y, it is 1. Okay, you move up 6 points. Let's just move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right? Here I am. And move down 3 units again. 1, 2, and 3. You ended up here, right? That is x is 5 and y is 4. So the point is 5 and 4. Got it? The correct option is 5 and 4. Okay, you start at 6 6. You move down 3 units and you move down. You move up 3 units and down 7 units. So which is the correct option? Okay, start at 6 6. Here it is. Here is 6 6. Move up 3 units and down 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So you move here. You end up here, right? So the correct option is 6 6. Move up 3 units. 1, 2, 3, and move down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So you here you have the coordinates x is 6, y is 2. So the coordinates are 6 and 2. Right? The correct option is the second option. Very good. Okay, you start at 1 2, you move right 7 units. So which is the correct option? You start at 1 2, you move right 7 units. So that would be 8 and 2. You just move right. The correct option is 8 2. Okay, you start at 0 5, you move right 3 units and up 2 units. So which is the correct option? Okay, you start at 0, 5, you move right 3 units and up 2 units. Very good. That is 3 and move right. That is 3 and 7, right? Okay, you start 1, 0, you move left 1. Where do you end? You end up at 0, 0. The correct option is 0, 0. Okay, the next one is you start at 3, 2, you move down 1 unit. Where do you end? You move down, right? You end up at 3, 1. Option number 1 is the correct option, right? Okay, you can complete the lesson by yourself later today. Let me just move on to next lesson. The next lesson is find the distance between 2 points, right? So on a coordinate plane, calculating the distance is very easy. You just have to count the blocks, right? Just look at this one. Find the distance between the points 3, 3 and 10, 3, right? Just look at the points carefully. They have the same y value 3, 3, right? They are because they are on the same line, right? Just their x value is different. So subtract their x value. 10 minus 3 is 7. That means the distance between the 2 points is 7. Let's just start with the test questions. Okay, find the distance between the points 3, negative 5 and 9, negative 5. Okay, just look at the points carefully. They have same y-axis, same y value, right? That means they are on the same line, right? Here you have negative 5 and 3, negative 5, right? Now you have to calculate the distance, right? So you can do 3 minus 9. You can just count the blocks. 1, the distance from here to here. You have 3 here and 9 here. That would be 12. That means the total distance between these 2 points is 12 units. Got it? You can count how I did 9 here, right? That means from here to here you have 3 blocks and from here to here you have 9. So 9 plus 3 is 12. So the correct option is 12. Got it? Okay, find the distance between 5, negative 7 and 5, 7. So which is the correct option? They have same x-axis. Just subtract their y-axis, right? So the coordinates are, the distance between the 2 points are, the correct option is 14 units, right? The distance between these 2 points is 14 units. Okay, find the distance between the 2 points, 2, negative 7, 7, negative 7. So which is the correct option? You can count the distance between both the lines. Yes, the distance is 5 units. Very good. Find the distance between -4, -2 and -4, -10. So which is the correct option? That is 8 units, right? The correct option is 8 units. Okay, find the distance between the points 10, 7 and 10, 1, which is the correct option. Yes, that is 6 units. Okay, find the distance between the points 3, 3 and 10, 3, which is the correct option. Yes, the distance between the 2 points is 7 units. The correct option is 7 units. Find the distance between the points 1, 6 and 10, 6. So which is the correct option? The distance between the points is 9 units, right? 10 minus 1 is 9. So the correct option is 9 units. Find the distance between the points 1, 8 and 6, 8, which is the correct option. The correct option is 7 units. 15? No, you are not given with the correct option, right? 5 units it is. Oh, yeah, 5 and 15 given. Okay. The correct option is 5 units. Okay, the next one is find the distance between the point 39 and 31, which is the correct option. The correct option is 8 units. Find the distance between the points 31 and 37, which is the correct option. The correct option is 6 units. Okay, we are done with the lesson. So we were working on grade 8 math. The chapter we're working on is coordinate plane, and the lessons we have covered today are quadrant and axis, coordinate plane review, follow directions on a coordinate plane, and find your distance between 2 points, right? So please make sure before the next session you can complete all the practice questions for the lessons we just did. So if you need more help with any of the lesson, you can contact any tutor on the Skype. They are available from Monday to Friday, 5 to 9, right? Or either you can join me in the interactive session that would be daily from 4 to 5 and from 9 to 10, right? So please ask if you have any question related to the lesson we just did. I'm here to answer all your questions and confusions if you have any. Please ask questions. No questions?